beautiful day. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. Life is beautiful. And karma's beautiful too. And with that, we'll get into the topic of today's live Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Saturday Live, and we're talking about the Kiely Rodni case, Ryan Upchurch's role in it, and the lawsuit that's been filed on behalf of a couple members of Kiely Rodni's family against Ryan Upchurch. Let's get into it. First, a refresher for anybody who doesn't know. Ryan Upchurch is a country music performer, singer, rapper, etc. He's also a comedian, and he has a following of over 3 million on YouTube, and he's got other platforms as well. And during the Kiely Rodni case, he went and dabbled into true crime as well. And now I'll give a background for anybody who doesn't know on the Kiely Rodni case. It's really a tragic case. It took place near Truckee, California. Hey, Kathy C., good to see you too. And Kiely was 16 years old, a precocious and talented young woman who had just graduated from high school, was getting ready to go to college. She was also a musician, and her family owned a lodge that took in boarders and things like that. So that's going to come into play here with the lawsuit. Anyway, Kiely was reported missing after a graduation party that the youth were throwing themselves out at Prosser Reservoir, which is a body of water and campground not overly far from where she lived in California, Northern California, near Nevada. And there was all kinds of speculation immediately after the party when she was reported missing. People, websites, YouTubers, etc., including myself, looking into it and trying to figure out what happened to Kiely, trying to get her face out there in case she had been kidnapped or anything like that. And then, tragically, it turned out that Kiely's remains were found inside her vehicle, inside the reservoir, under 14 feet of water. And her death was ruled an accidental drowning. And that's when things went very south with Ryan Upchurch. Before that, giving him some grace because he is a comedian. He was having some bits of malicious humor, claiming that other YouTubers were involved in the disappearance, were trafficking and things like that. And just a second, I'm going to cough. And take a drink of water.
You can totally hear that.
Did my best to get the microphone away from you guys. Anyhow, that being said, I had even promoted Ryan Upchurch at the beginning of this because he had also offered up his own Hellcat as reward for whoever found Kiely Rodni, and I thought that was like an amazing bonus and get more interest in her story. But, that's a tangent here. He began being quite toxic in this whole thing. First, there was the, bizarre accusing of other YouTubers, including Ikadmel, as being nefarious persons, and claiming that witnesses that came forward were fake people and things like that. Then, after Kiely was found, Ryan first made a public condolences to Kiely's mother, showing that at that point in time, he knew that Kiely's remains had been found, knew she was deceased, knew the family was in mourning. But then, he came back later on with videos, a whole series of them, after Kiely's family came forward with their request to be left alone to mourn, and asking people for some space. Obviously a family in mourning. And that's when Ryan Upchurch began this total bogus campaign, I guess, riling up his following. And he was also, in between all this, promoting his music, and I'm sure that it really helped boost his new music videos and stuff to be having this true crime stuff going on too. 3 million subscribers, and he was doing things like doxing Kiely's dad, showing Kiely's dad's house address, phone number, etc. on the internet, and saying that it was a hoax, that Kiely's car was at his house. Hey, Celestial, happy to see you there, and I'm hoping that those kitties are doing good. For those of you who don't know, Celestial takes in cats and orphan kittens, and she nurses them to health and gets them ready for their new forever homes. And if you look, I'm sure she can give some links or something, or I will try later on for people that are in the area that can give a good forever home or make donations to the shelter that these cats are funded through as well. That would be awesome, because right now it's the season where people have been dumping cats, and unaltered kittens have been being born all over the place, and being abandoned, or I don't know, I can't understand people being mean to cats like that. But Celestial and other people like her are beautiful people that take in these cats, and they give them a good home. They while they're being fostered, and they handle them so that they're good family ready cats. Anyway, oh yeah, Celestial has a page on YouTube that has some videos. There's 12 babies right now that you can look at. Anyway, getting back to this Ryan Upchurch guy, he said that Kiely's dad was fake, that Kiely wasn't dead, that Kiely's car was parked at his house, and he was sending his creekers or creek squad over to the dad, harassing the dad. He also did the same about Kiely's grandpa, and outed the lodge that the grandpa owned, which is where Kiely's mom lives, and it was costing them business because of all the negative stuff that was going on, and Ryan was asking his crew to write negative reviews for the place. And then Ryan went on another tangent, saying that not only was this whole thing a hoax, but then was saying that Kiely wasn't even Kiely, that Kiely was a an actress, and that all these people were actors and actresses, and just inflicting so much pain on this victim's family. I mean, she was a victim of a misadventure, not a crime, but there's been so much stuff going on in the YouTube community as well, with so-called true crime personas that harass the families, and it's that doesn't do anything. And and then I'm going to get into Barry as a wanker at the end of this, after I get done talking about Upchurch and what the difference is between my Barry's a wanker and what Upchurch has been doing. Anyway, now we're going to go check out the document. I'm not going to read the entire document, just the more relevant pieces of the lawsuit against Ryan Upchurch. And I'm going to start with page 2, and it's the last paragraph on page 2, and it's numbered as paragraph 9 of the document. After Kiely Rodni's body had been found, and after authorities had publicly stated that an autopsy had confirmed her identity, Upchurch uploaded several videos making outlandish claims, including that Kiely Rodni, Daniel Rodni, and David Robertson. Robertson is the grandpa. He's the mother's dad. Anyway, were not real, and that the entire tragic episode was a scam by Kiely's family to raise money on a GoFundMe website, which, is not true, and Upchurch knew it wasn't true. So anyway, next page. Upchurch also published images of David Robertson and further published Daniel Rodni's former home address, because he's had to move. Is the point. And so while we're talking about it being his former address, at the time it was his address. And Upchurch published those things to his 3 million subscribers. Mr. Upchurch has a loyal following of viewers who refer to themselves as the Creek Squad. And Upchurch, sorry about the traffic, Upchurch directed the Creek Squad to search for Kiely Rodni's vehicle and posted Google Earth images of Daniel Rodni's former home, falsely stating that he had found Kiely's car there. Bae, be careful.
That is me.
My hubby, Mr. Wolfie, is right over here and making some noise. But he's still camera shy. Anyway, while generating hundreds of thousands of views on his videos relating to Kiely Rodni's disappearance, Upchurch promoted his own music, often uploading new music content between videos on the Kiely Rodni case. And Daniel Rodni essentially went into hiding and made substantial investments in home security, surveillance cameras, and etc. Several Creek Squad members made outlandish videos of their own. One self-admitted Creek Squad member named Julio made several videos under the moniker An All-American Cartel, LLC. Julio posted videos of the Lost Trail Lodge, which is the lodge that I mentioned earlier, owned and run by Kiely's family. It's a vacation resort operated by David Robertson. In one of these videos, Julio speculated that the Rodni Robertson family was performing child sacrifices at the lodge as a part of a religious cult. And several Creek Squad members flooded the lodge's internet profiles with negative online reviews. The negative attention directed to David Robertson and his lodge caused him to suffer financial losses. David Robertson and Daniel Rodni have each experienced extreme emotional distress attributable to Upchurch's postings, compounding their already profound grief at the tragic loss of their granddaughter and daughter. The lawsuit seeks to hold Upchurch accountable for his torturous actions and intentional misconduct as outlined below. And then we get into what exactly this was, and it begins with who the people are and the jurisdiction, and now we get into the meat and potatoes of the case. Kiely Rodni disappeared on August 6, 2022. Her disappearance became international news. On August 7th, the family of Kiely's mother, Lindsay Neiman, created a GoFundMe page titled Support for the Family of Kiely Rodni. The plaintiffs, David Robertson and Daniel Rodni, are members of the family of Kiely Rodni. And Ryan Upchurch began posting about Kiely Rodni on YouTube on August 13th, 2022. At this time, the whereabouts of Kiely were unknown. In these videos, Upchurch offered outlandish theories of the truth of what happened to Kiely Rodni. Upchurch initially theorized that a person named Ronnie, who was a caller on a YouTube show hosted by YouTuber Ikadmel, was a red herring and made-up character. And in a comment reply to this video, Red Flag Ronnie number 2, a YouTube user posted, "Dude, be careful, you're gonna get sued for slander for real." And Upchurch replied to the user, "They can slander these nuts. Lol." And in a video posted on August 20th, 2022, Upchurch falsely claimed that various other YouTube true crime would-be sleuths, including YouTube personalities Anna May and Ikadmel, were responsible for or somehow involved in the death of Kiely Rodni. I know that Cinema Shogun also was the receiver of much wrath of Upchurch, and that's not in this document though. Anyway, in the video titled "Exactly What I Think Happened to Kiely Rodni," Upchurch suggested that Anna Mae and Ikadmel were responsible for the disappearance of Kiely, stating, "If you look at the timeline of Kiely Rodni being there, Ronnie seeing that her, which is Anna Mae, having a video of the party, isn't it possible that they took her, which is why no kids seen this? And if that's what happened, what would explain why Ikadmel is acting crazy and being like, look everyone, Ronnie's real?" The same day, August 20th, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a different video, this time wildly speculated that Ikadmel was a sex trafficking code word. And then Kiely's body was discovered on August 21st, 2022. That day, authorities publicly confirmed that the body was more than likely Kiely Rodni, and that an autopsy had been ordered to confirm the identity. Authorities confirmed the identity of Kiely Rodni on August 23rd, 2022. The Placer County, California Sheriff's Office posted a statement to the Sheriff's Office Facebook page on August 23rd, and now I'm going to read that statement. Today, an autopsy was conducted on the deceased individual who was found in the Prosser Reservoir on Sunday, August 21st. The Nevada County Sheriff's Coroner has identified the decedent as 16-year-old Kiely Rodni of Truckee. The Placer County Sheriff's Office and the Nevada County Sheriff's Office are in communication with Kiely's family and offer our deepest condolences to them during this extremely difficult time. This is an ongoing investigation and no other information is available at this time. And let's see. The Placer County Sheriff's Office publicly stated that the Sheriff's Office was in communication with Kiely's family and offered our deepest condolences to them during this extremely difficult time. So it's public. Everybody knew at this time that Kiely was deceased and knew that the family was in mourning. And hi, Julie Bean. Then on August 22nd, 2022, Kiely Rodni's family released a public statement, which was widely reported, and in this statement, the family asked for privacy to grieve, and, quote, "Kindly excuse us as we retreat and dance privately to life's song while we celebrate our daughter's spirit and heal our souls." And then they had the whole statement there, but I'm trying to make this brief. And then on August 22nd, the day after Kiely Rodni's body was found, Upchurch posted a video in which he appeared to express his condolences to Kiely's mom and Kiely's family and Kiely's friends. So, due to that, Upchurch was aware on August 22nd, 2022, that the authorities had stated that they had recovered a body that was more than likely Kiely Rodni. And in the same video, Upchurch appeared to criticize other YouTubers for capitalizing on the Kiely Rodni case to promote themselves. And then 2 days later, Upchurch uploaded a video promoting his own music. And then August 29th, 2022, after Kiely Rodni's body had been found, and after authorities had confirmed Kiely's identity, and after Kiely's family had released a public statement, Upchurch uploaded a video titled "Zero Proof of Kiely Rodni's Situation Being Real." And that's extremely poor taste at the least, but it's pretty malicious. If you think about what this family was going through, and then have this guy saying that their pain wasn't real, that their daughter wasn't real, that the whole thing wasn't real. Anyway, in this video, Upchurch stated, "Everyone telling me I should be ashamed of myself. How dare you? That, oh, this is faked. Show me that it's real. Show me proof of Kiely Rodni." And he also suggested that the Kiely Rodni case was a scam to raise money through GoFundMe. And I'm not even going to read the post. Scott is posting, and I just don't want to give him any more. I don't want to, like, spread any more of his filth to the public, but it was extremely hurtful. And his last comment, it ended with, "It's free money that gets the heat off of you because everybody's looking for a bullshit person that you made up because why? Because you pushed a car in the lake." That's just. I'm gonna cough again. Oh, jeez.
Have a tickle drink.
I'm gonna have to take another drink.
A tickle drink. Maybe that'll heal your throat.
A tickle drink. Anyway, hubby's got funny terms for a lot of stuff. Anyway, this video had 246,835 views as of July 24th, 2023. And then it goes on to say Kiely Rodni was a real person. That the lawsuit says that. And we know she's a real person. Anyhow, on September 1st, 2022, Upchurch posted a video titled "Found Another Picture of Kiely's CRV on Google Earth." And this video was a phone screen recording of Upchurch performing internet searches relating to plaintiff Daniel Rodni. And in this video, Upchurch searched for Kiely Rodni's dad, Daniel Rodni, and posted the phone number and address for Daniel Rodni. Upchurch also posted a Google Earth recording purported to locate Daniel Rodni's home. Upchurch zoomed into a pixelated image, which, according to the title of the video, he claimed was another picture of Kiely's CRV. This video has 146,301 views on it at the time of the filing. And as a result of the video and the ensuing negative attention he received, Daniel Rodni essentially went into hiding and made substantial investments in the home security, surveillance cameras, etc. On September 3rd, Upchurch uploaded a video titled "Kiely Rodni." And in that video, Upchurch stated, "Kiely Rodni is not Kiely Rodni. Kiely Rodni is Callie Ross. Callie Ross's dad is fake Kiely Rodni's grandpa." So if you look at Kiely, Kiely, and look at her situation and who's around her, look at the air quotes around the word grandpa, because the grandpa on Kiely, Kiely's page is the dad on Callie's page. In this video, Upchurch posted photographs of plaintiff David Robertson with quotation marks around the phrase Kiely Rodni's grandpa and Kiely's grandpa. Also on September 3rd, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a YouTube short video titled "Kiely Rodni is actually a woman named Callie Ross," video coming in an hour. In this video, Upchurch asserted that Kiely Rodni, Daniel Rodni, David Robertson, and Kiely Rodni's mother were all not real. Specifically, Upchurch stated, "I would not say this unless I was 100% confident. Kiely Rodni is not real. Her grandfather is not real. Her dad is not real. Her mom is not real. All the pictures and videos you're seeing of this Kiely Rodni person are actual pictures and videos from someone else named Callie that are 5 to 7 years old," which is all a lie, by the way. So anyway, and that's that part saying lie, and that's me, not the document. And anyway, that video has 324,144 views at the time of the filing. And then on September 7th, 2022, Upchurch uploaded a video titled "Still no pictures of Kiely Rodni at this party?" And in that video, he mentions, where'd it go? That people are saying to him, "When are you going to give that apology?" And he says, "Never." There you go. Does that make you happy? And he gets aggressive. And in that video, Upchurch again directly referred to plaintiff David Robertson, stating, "The grandpa, why is the grandpa on Facebook and on YouTube telling people in the comments, 'Leave me alone'?" What? So, now he's making fun of the fact that after being attacked and all that Kiely's grandpa was asking people to leave him alone. Um, so anyway, and then Upchurch continued to do this, and he also was called out by somebody later on, because, I'm just going, zooming through this document rather than reading it, and someone said to him, so basically you want everybody to believe you even though you have zero proof, and you're claiming that this girl doesn't even exist, yet you're on here saying that you're not going to believe anybody else because they don't have proof. Streaming revenue must be going down. And then Upchurch replied, no, it's actually at an all-time high, and I'm making an insane amount of money, which is why I'm flopping my, he's vulgar. Anyway, then we get to the causes of action, which is the reasons behind the document. Plaintiffs incorporate all the above paragraphs, and then they say, in addition to the statements described above, the plaintiffs submitted a video montage of various defamatory statements made by Upchurch in his video broadcasts, and Upchurch published several statements of and concerning both David Robertson and Daniel Rodni through the broadcasting of his YouTube videos relating to the Kiely Rodni case. And Upchurch's false claims that Kiely Rodni was not real, David Robertson was not real, and Daniel Rodni were not real defamed them. And Upchurch's false claims that Kiely Rodni was a bullshit person. Traffic. Let's see, and that her disappearance was a scam to raise money on GoFundMe defamed the plaintiffs. And his false claims that the plaintiffs were in fact relatives of a person named Callie Ross, implying that the plaintiffs were actors pretending to be someone other than who they are, defamed them. As a result of all these statements, the plaintiffs suffered reputational injury, financial losses, and emotional distress. And Upchurch made each of the above statements only after authorities had publicly identified Kiely Rodni and confirmed her identity. Okay, that is a key thing. That's paragraph 90. Upchurch made each of those statements after authorities had publicly identified Kiely Rodni and confirmed her identity. Upchurch made each of the above statements. Let's see. Then, and Upchurch made his false and defamatory publications with reckless disregard for the falsity of the statements. At a minimum, Upchurch acted with negligence in failing to ascertain the truth of the false statements he published for his 3 million YouTube subscribers. And and then they go on to also say that it's putting the plaintiffs in a false light, and about how it's highly offensive to a reasonable person to be falsely accused of having misrepresented themselves in their identity. It's highly offensive for a reasonable person to be accused of being fake and not real while grieving, and etc., etc. I'm on board with that. That what he did was horrendous and highly harmful, and then they say that it's intentional infliction of emotional distress, and yeah, I believe that as well. And negligent infliction of emotional distress, and that's how it goes. And then they're stating that their damages are that they've had to get counseling, that they've had to take measures to avoid people harassing them. Their damages available under the law include damages to their reputation, financial losses, emotional distress, punitive damages based on Upchurch's outrageous, intentional, reckless, and conscious, shocking, tortious actions, and the plaintiff is asking for a jury to try this action. Okay, now I'm going to do another cough, so I'm going to try to cover up this microphone really good.
Nope, we can still hear you. Have some more water. There you go.
Hubby says you could still hear me when I was coughing, so I apologize for that. And, uh-oh. Turning my computer back on, because it turns out I have my phone plugged into my computer to charge, and then when I closed my computer, my phone stopped charging, and that's not good. Anyhow, I believe that what Ryan Upchurch did was wrong, and I believe that he deserves to be sued, and I believe that Kiely Rodni's family can 100% prove that what he did was malicious, and that he had no truthful reason to do what he did. And now the way that is different from my Barry is a wanker thing is that Barry is a wanker, and he did kill Suzanne, and there is evidence, and I am sharing the evidence. Let me push that button. I had a notification. Anyway, so I share the information from the arrest affidavit. I share information that is factual and has evidence, and I am not saying anything that is not the truth, and Barry can sue me if he wants to, but this is not defamation because there is evidence backing up my claims. So the people that keep messaging me, telling me that I'm defaming Barry, they can go kiss Barry, just like Iris Eiton, his attorney, does. And, you know, I really don't understand these people that blindly defend Barry all the time when there are so many facts out there that show that Barry committed this crime, Barry covered it up, and that Barry was abusive prior to Suzanne's murder. And so that's how this case differs from the Barry Morphew case. And also, I was going to say something else. I was going to bring something else into this, and it escaped my mind for a second. So, let me see. What was I going to say? Okay, it's gone. It might come back. It might not. Oh yeah, I remember exactly. I had changed the policy. I used to have more rules for my channel about talking about other channels and stuff like that, and the only one that I don't endorse, the only one that I don't want talked about on here, promoted, is the interview room with Chris McDonough, and people have been asking me how come, and it wasn't my story to tell, but now AK of AK Rocks went and did put out on Twitter the fact that Chris McDonough doxed him, and I am aware of this as well. Chris McDonough personally attacked AK, put his home address out public, and that endangered AK's wife, and AK's minor child. And that is just totally disgusting and not okay, and which is exactly what Ryan Upchurch was doing to the family of Kiely Rodni. So that's why I will not endorse the interview room and Chris McDonough, and that's why I don't allow people to talk about him or link him or anything in the chats, and that's the only one that I have that rule against, because that is hideous what he did. And also, if you look into Chris McDonough's past, you'll see that he used his interview techniques to get a false confession out of a minor child, and and it was a false confession. The kiddo didn't do the crime that he admitted to, but because of Chris McDonough's techniques, this poor kid confessed to a crime that he didn't commit. And then this former cop has the huevos to go and name his channel The Interview Room, and is proud of his techniques and such. And I also find his techniques to be very insensitive and disrespectful most of the time to the people that he does interview. And I don't care whether the person is a suspect or not. And in the case that I'm about to state, and I'm not going to say the name of the person that he interviewed or anything, but I just found it incredibly distasteful that he aired an interview of a woman who is very heavy set. They were seated at a table, and the camera was down low and showing the underside of the table. The woman's shirt was hiked up, and her belly was out, and he just kept that all in there, and there were people in the comments that were mocking this woman and her body. And as my husband says, what he did to that poor lady, it's just, we were both appalled, because whenever we talked, we would never put somebody in bad light like that. We would have, either put up an image or something blocking that out, or cropping the video, or there were so many different things you could do to not present somebody in a unflattering way. And I always do that, even when I take pictures of people that say, hey, take a picture of me. I show it to them, and if they say no, I look horrible, I delete it. It's just not cool. And hubby says he needed to edit that image. And yeah, so anyway, he also, when I used to watch his channel, he also would be all friendly to the person that he's interviewing, and then he would come back and talk about the interview and be talking behind their back, talking smack about them, and just totally two-faced. And yeah, I know that that's a cop technique and stuff, and I don't like it. So anyway, all this dirty double dealing and all that, and involving people's families, doxing people, it's just not okay. And Lindsay says, I don't know who to fucking Barry or Upchurch is, lol. And so I'll do a short recap of who either one of them is. And Upchurch is Ryan Upchurch, who is a performer, a country music, rap crossover guy, and also apparently a comedian. And he's got a huge following. He's got like 3 million subscribers on YouTube, and he dabbled into true crime during the case of a missing 16-year-old girl who went missing from a party at Prosser Reservoir. And after the girl's remains were found in her own vehicle in the reservoir, after the police said that it was an accidental drowning, Upchurch put her family in his crosshairs, doxed them, and said that they were all faking it, that it was a catfish thing, saying that the young girl was also fake. And then and my husband is being more he's not as out there as me. He's more reserved. So he's saying Barry's a man that is involved in his wife's disappearance. And I say Barry is a man who killed his wife and then tried to cover up her not being there by staging disappearance on a bicycle ride. And Barry had been charged with the murder, and he was in court, but the district attorney in that case is a very unprofessional, unqualified woman who totally botched the case, and the judge who was overseeing at the time is prejudiced against, basically he's prejudiced against women, and he totally sides with guys that have been charged with domestic abuse. And you can go figure how come. And he's no longer a judge, he's now a private practice attorney. Anyway, he decided to not allow any domestic abuse survivor advocates to testify, because Suzanne no longer had a voice, that's the wife. And he wasn't going to allow anybody to testify as to how domestic abuse works, how it starts, the escalation, or anything like that. No providing context to Suzanne's own texts where she was letting her sister and her friend know what she was going through, the signs of abuse from her husband. The judge wasn't going to allow any of that in, and because of the incompetence of the DA, he decided to sanction the prosecution by saying that a bunch of their expert witnesses also couldn't testify, and then the DA decided to withdraw the charges, withdraw the case without prejudice, meaning that they could get more evidence, more information, and refile. And that was approved. So right now, Barry is out there, and I've been doing Barry as a wanker, and bringing pieces of the evidence against him to light. It's all public record, but he's got a bunch of supporters. He's got them snowed, and I'm just sharing the evidence. And there's plenty of evidence that this guy is a wanker, but there's also plenty of evidence that he abused his wife, and there's also plenty of evidence that he killed his wife and covered it up. So anyway, that's what all of that is. And then the way that I tied those two to, the Ryan Upchurch and the Barry as a wanker stuff together, is that Ryan Upchurch is the subject of a lawsuit by the family of the 16-year-old girl, because he defamed them, and he was doing all of this while knowing that her remains had been found, she was deceased, she was a real person, and these family members are her real family members. And he was purposely inflicting pain on the family. He purposely doxed the family. And, his doxing the family is why I brought up Chris McDonough and the doxing of A.K. Rocks and his family. And then, bringing it home, I brought up the Barry as a wanker stuff to show what the difference is between what I am doing and what Ryan Upchurch did. Because some people are saying that I am defaming Barry Morphew, but I am just stating the facts regarding Barry Morphew, and supporting what I say with evidence. And that's what all that is. And let's see, Fluffy Buddy says, that's all you need to know about Barry, that he is responsible for his wife's death. And yeah, and Lindsay Culver laughs and says wanker isn't used enough in the U.S. And no, it's not. It's not used enough in the U.S. And, I wish that it was used more here, because, especially in the case of Barry, it totally fits. And for anybody who is unfamiliar, you can look up British slang or something with wanker, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's used in the UK a lot. And so look up the slang for it. It's not in the U.S. Urban Dictionary, but it is in the Urban Dictionary for other English-speaking countries, and it is a very fitting one. And Lindsay says Bridget Jones' Diary. Yeah, yeah, and oh my gosh, I love the Bridget Jones' Diary movies. And I guess what is the word for it? Anglophile or something? You know, what is it? You know, that describes my fascination with all things like UK and
Bridget
Australia and
Jones?
stuff like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you know I even. Oh, don't drop your phone.
Oh,
Did you break it when you caught it?
No.
Because you smacked it on the table.
For emphasis.
For emphasis, you smacked it on the table for emphasis.
I know not of Bridget Jones.
Not on purpose, and he's like, I'm not a Bridget Jones fan. I have made this guy watch Bridget Jones so many times, though, that you know he can even do quotes out of it, and then his
It's been a while.
other dudes go and tell him, dude, I gotta take your man card away from you.
Bridget Jones.
But yeah.
No, she's kind of funny.
And
Where are the?
did you hold a message for review on
I
purpose,
did.
or
I'm trying to read it.
or did you drop it and
No, I didn't hold it. YouTube held it.
oh, YouTube held it. Okay.
YouTube does things like that.
Yeah. YouTube's weird. No offense, YouTube. Don't cancel me.
Oh no, I can.
Okay,
I can
yeah.
show that.
And
Oh, there's
Glam
Glam Dolly. She's my
Yay,
only
Glam
mod.
Dolly. And yeah, she says the word is Anglophile. Yay!
She's our mod. She
I did
could
get
have changed that.
I did get the correct word.
Yay.
Yahoo! And Glam Dolly, while you're here, when is your new book gonna be available? Is it still like being edited and stuff, or is it gonna be ready soon? And yes, Wanker Barry Morphew defamed himself by murdering his wife. Exactly. And like I've told numerous people, I am not defaming the guy because it's true. And you know, I'm supporting what I say with evidence. It's not like I just pulled something out of the hat because I don't like him. You know, it is true that I don't like him, but this isn't because I don't like him. And oh no, you don't know yet? Yeah, I've subscribed to you on on Amazon, and you know I was checking out the thing just yesterday, because you know I really want another one of your books, because you know I love Reality Rehab, and you know you guys, it's a book that you guys need to read, and it's perfect summer reading, and you know it's also perfect like basic anytime reading if you just really need a little escapism and some laughter. And let's see. Much love to you, Glam Dolly. It's, you know, one of the things that I'm into, in case you guys didn't know, is reading and books and stuff, and I'm also a research nerd, which is, you know, I go off on tangents when I come across cases or whatever. I'll go Google the heck out of them, and you know, I did this long before I had a channel, and then the reason why I have a channel is because of real true crimes that took place close to where I live, areas that I was well aware of, and so I went and explored those and shared them on camera. So, yeah, that's how I got here, and hubby is my sidekick and my
Is this
bestie.
missing an A? Is it?
What missing an A?
Because you very well could be the one, an A or a U.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Slag. Yes. The DA is definitely a slag, you guys. And you can look that one up, too.
Is that from Land Before Time?
No, that's a slee stack. But, you know, I guess she could be a slee stack, too. But the Land Before Time, those lizard guys are slee stacks.
We just watched that one.
And you can...
Chris Ferrell.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
We just saw that.
Who is Chris?
He's his brother.
Okay. Um, but yeah, we watched Land Before Time recently. Yeah. And you know what? If Barry Morphew was the Land of the Lost, it's not Land Before Time. Land Before Time is that one with the little dinosaurs, the cartoons. But we watched Land of the Lost, and yeah, the DA and Iris, they can both be Slee Stacks. And and if Barry Morphew was a Land of the Lost character, I'm sorry, Chaka, but he would have to be Chaka, because
Chaka.
uh,
You'll have to watch the new movie now.
and let's see. Oh yes, DA messed up Barry Morphew's prosecution big style, exactly. And
Oh yes.
and Lindsay says our world's going to poop, like our grandpa's always said. And I think that it isn't really, though. It's a beautiful world, and we just need more people to shed light on things like is being done, so that changes can be made. Because for every bad person, there's a bunch of good people, and then that's something I have to keep telling myself, because
The police are here now.
I actually prefer the company of animals, because they are very good-hearted and much more civilized than a lot of human beings. And I am down to 13% battery, so I guess I'm going to have to go. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later in another video and another time. And I'll keep checking in with you before we, well, even after we get home. But when we're journeying home, I will be keeping in touch with you. And I love you guys very much. And I'll see you later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Some of you are, a day ahead of it and stuff, but you still have some weekend left. Look at the bright side and enjoy it. Love you, and bye-bye.